everybody, welcome back to the channel and day 2, part 2 of our 18-day trek across Newfoundland. We finished part 1 getting beat up by all that spruce. Now you can see the trail that we take to finish off the day. It gets a lot more open going into Old Perlicon and all the way across to Betavert. So you can see we kind of cut west across the top of the peninsula up into Old Perlicon and then all the way back over to Betavert. I know that Carl T. Riggs and his group of volunteers from the Old Perlicon Betavert Trailway have done just a bunch of work. I was in contact with a couple of them from Facebook groups, and I've seen the videos, and they've been doing a lot of work in the last couple of years, as the CBN Trailway has done, improving this whole area. And their trails into Old Perlicon and over to Betavert are just great trails to run. So we had a lot of fun finishing off our day doing this. Coming up to Highway 80, it'll be the first time we see one of the Old Perlicon Betavert Trailway signs, and from here on in all the way over to Betavert, the trails are very well signed. Don't need a map at all once you get here, and they've done a really good job of all this signage. Good job, guys. So we finally get our first glimpse of the coast and Old Perlicon, which is a couple of kilometers ahead. It's been really cloudy all day, but again, it's their heat wave, as they call it, and it was just, t-shirts and shorts weather again all day long. So it was a great day, but it was finally good to see the coast. We knew we were getting close. It had been a long day. It was an enjoyable day, but a long one. So here we get our first real view of Old Perlicon. We're up fairly high, so it's actually a really good view. We get to see a lot from here. It's Old Perlicon. It's actually one of the oldest fishing communities in Newfoundland, and it served as the major fishing station in Trinity Bay for migratory fishermen from England back in the 17th century. So there's a lot of history here. Here I finally thought I'd give Mark a little bit of coverage. We're dropping down this hill. It's a lot steeper than it looks down into the town itself. So what we'll be doing now is we actually drive pretty much right through the town. We go down along right along the shore, and I guess close to the marina and the fisheries, and then cut through town. It's not a very big place. It doesn't take long, and then we start heading across, climb up a hill past the cemetery, which is where you got to look to make sure you're in the right spot. And from there we head over to Betavert. So we're just stopping here so Denise can get a close-up picture of the Perlicon Trailway sign, and figured, why not give Mark his first close-up shot of the series. There he is in his new RMAX4 saying, "What are you guys doing?" when you start leaving the town of Old Perlicon, if you see this cemetery, then you know you're on the right road. Here the trail starts again. It's our final stretch over to Betavert. You can see the signs here that they've put up on the trail, so let you know where you're going. We got 9 kilometers to go. As you can see, it doesn't take long to get out into no man's land again, or it seems like no man's land. At this point, we're about 5 kilometers away from the very northern tip of the Avalon Peninsula. So here the vegetation's changed again. It's trees are pretty sparse. We're coming up to Highway 70 again, which we've been following and crisscrossing pretty much the whole day. And here we're heading back across it again on the final stretch to Betavert. This trail was awesome. It was so much fun. It's super smooth and sandy. Done a great job on the trails here. This is a lot of fun. Little disappointed and surprised to see this fog rolling in. We're hoping we get some really good vistas here and scenery, but with that fog rolling in, we're going to miss some of it. You can see our first glimpse of Betavert way off in the distance, that outcropping of land you see up there. But oh well, it's as it turns out, the following morning we woke up again to thick fog, but it cleared out. So day 3 we'll have some good sunny shots of this area. So I'll slow it back down here again for the rest of the video. So another great sign put up here as you approach the main town for the first time. So it says a town with a view, and they're pretty right on there. It's just about anywhere you go in the whole entire town. We explored a lot of it the next day. There's a view from wherever you are. So it's again, it's about the same age, 17th century, as Old Perlicon. So another one of Newfoundland's oldest fishing villages. It's pretty barren up here and very windy. And I guess we're talking to the owners of the B&B, and the snow can get pretty crazy here in the wintertime. Another interesting part of this fishing village is this Quinlan Brothers fish plant. I guess it had completely burnt to the ground a number of years ago, and they rebuilt the whole plant. They employ about 700 people, and it's one of the most modern and largest producing fish plants, specializing in crab, from what I understand. And we were told that in 2021 they processed 25 million pounds of crab just at this one facility. So we went down, had a quick look at it. It's like about 7,000 square feet. It's pretty big. It's a pretty neat place. Off in the distance there is where we're heading. Took this picture when we left the next morning. You can see the arrow pointing at our destination. So it's quite a steep drop right here. I guess even apparently Highway 70 that comes down into town is super steep, and you got to be really careful in the winter during the storms. We come across a group here, and what we also found out was that during the main busy processing parts of that plant, the fishing plant I was telling you about, quite a lot of people come from the Philippines to work here during the summer. So we run into a group here on their way to work. So I have to say that Betavert was probably one of the highlights of our trip. It was just a great place to visit, but it was our funnest evening. We stayed at Jimmy's B&B. If you ever come up this way, you got to stay there. It's a mother and daughter that run the B&B, Pauline and Jennifer. Great hosts. We'd called just a little bit ahead of time because we knew their small dining room closed at 7. She said, "Don't you guys worry, whenever you get here we'll feed you," and that they did. We had a great dinner, and both of them live away from the B&B within the town, so their husbands had come to get them, and we all ended up sitting down for the evening after, sitting around the tables, just talking away and learning lots about the whole area. It was a really fun night. So like I say, if you ever come here, look these guys up. It was just an amazing place, and we're going back for sure. So here we are, 11 hours and 130 kilometers later. It was a great day on the trails, but looking forward to a shower and some dinner. We didn't take any pictures. The only one we got was me having a beer before dinner, but oh well. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch up with you on day 3 when we head out the next day to go back to where we started this day from. Till then, have a great one. Cheers.